If you ever see this logo on a DVD, you might want to stay away from it. But if you're like me and you like cheap, cheesy, bizarre, and obscure movies, you might want to pick it up. Today's selection is a very strange 1950s sci-fi film called Killers from Space. This was made on almost no budget, and it definitely shows. Dr. Doug Martin, an atomic scientist, is flying over a bomb test to study the results.
The bomb-carrying plane nears the target. Tension mounts as all members of the flight crew anticipate the task to pinpoint the bomb on a tiny circle of Earth below.
Look at all that beautiful stock footage.
And this is the beginning.
All this stock footage reminds me of another movie called Frankenstein vs. the Space Monster. This movie is literally 75% stock footage. Maybe we'll watch it sometime. Doug sees a flash of silver below him, and the plane loses power and starts to go down. The plane crashes, and the pilot is found dead, but there's no sign of Doug.
Our search planes found the wreckage of your husband's plane, Mrs. Martin. A rescue crew was sent out,
But they must have reached the wreckage hours ago. Why can't they find him?
I honestly don't know, Mrs. Martin.
Then he just shows up at his military testing facility.
Dr. Martin! Dr. Martin, are you all right?
I am, yes.
He seems fine. He just has an odd scar on his chest that wasn't there before. He goes about his daily life, but is clearly hiding something from his wife and co-workers. He also keeps seeing a pair of strange eyes coming toward him in the dark. He sneaks into the military base after hours and steals some plans. He runs to the beach and hides them under a rock, but an FBI agent catches him.
Dr. Martin, what are you doing with this? Any special reason for placing it under this rock?
He almost gets away, but crashes his car after he sees those eyes again. He wakes up in a hospital and the doctor gives him a truth serum and asks him what happened to him after the plane crash.
What were you doing with the information you took from Dr. Kruger's vault?
I was delivering it.
We are now shown a scene when Doug met some aliens, specifically aliens with googly eyes hiding in a cave.
Yeah, I just don't get it. In all these movies, caves are presented as these dark, mysterious places, but in reality, it's quite the opposite. Do you know how many nice caves I've slept in my homeless career?
They tell Doug that he died in the plane crash and they jump-started his heart, hence the chest scar. They further explain that their planet was destroyed and that's why their eyes are bugging out.
As our planet began to cool, vegetation began to disappear. Our eyes developed to this state to combat the ever-growing darkness.
It was rumored for a while that the eyes were created by cutting ping pong balls in half, but the producers revealed that they were actually made out of the bottom of milk cartons. That's awesome. I wish we still did effects like that today. No more spending hundreds of millions of dollars on bad-looking CGI. Talking to you, James Cameron. They show Doug that they have figured out how to make bugs and reptiles grow to enormous sizes by absorbing radiation. This is why they needed the plans for the atomic bomb. They tell Doug they'll kill him unless he gets the plans to them.
You will provide us with that information as soon as it is available.
I see.
And this is when they reveal their master plan. I swear I'm not making this up. Their plan is to have their giant creatures destroy the whole planet and kill everyone. Sounds like a typical evil plan, right? Well, here's where it gets ridiculous. They are then planning on lighting all of the creatures on fire and using the ashes as fertilizer so they can grow vegetation.
They will spread to every continent and devour every living thing on the surface of the earth.
Sounds like something Rodney would come up with.
Well, well, well.
Holy crap, Rodney, what happened to your eyes?
I stood too close to a microwave. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna destroy the world and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Wait, don't you want to hear my plan?
No, not really.
Okay, whatever. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna capture all the bees in the world, and then I'm gonna take them, and then I'm gonna throw them at all the people, and then the people will start getting all bulgy, and they'll start getting all these big hives and stuff, and then all the people will die, and then the bees and me will rule the world in harmony forever.
Anyways, the aliens say that they've tapped into the power grid and that's how they're running their underground operations. Then they send Doug off to fetch the plans for them. Cut back to the hospital and no one believes Doug's crazy story.
You think I'm crazy, all of you. Well, I'm not, do you understand? Everything I said is true. I saw it with my own eyes.
This leads to Doug escaping the hospital and driving to the local power plant.
Hey, no flagging!
You see, he decides that if he can cut the power off for 10 seconds, it will overload the alien's base and destroy it. I'm not sure how he came to that conclusion, but sure. He runs through the power plant while being chased by his colleagues and the FBI when he finally makes it to the control room. The operator guy pulls a gun on Doug, but he grabs it from him immediately.
Come on, show me those switches. Come on. All right.
The smug look on the worker's face when he thought he'd won. Wow. The FBI catches up to him, but he grabs the operator and holds him hostage.
I said cut it. Get back or I'll kill him. Go on, get back. Go on, get back.
Do as he says.
After another pathetic attempt at stopping Doug, he manages to get the operator to shut the power off. Then there's a huge explosion indicating that the alien base has been destroyed and that the world is saved.
He blew them to pieces.
That's so cool that he destroyed a whole neighborhood.
It's time to make my plan a reality. There's nothing you or anyone can do about it. But...